What's up, everybody? This is episode 4 of Skull Sessions. I'm Zach.
I'm Dre.
To talk to me, man. Last night we didn't get the job done. Your boy Josh Dobbs finally did come down to earth.
Yes,
You said
sir.
it.
Yeah,
You said it, and he did come down to earth. We were discussing we weren't sold on, the past couple weeks, even though he came in the trendy story.
right, right.
He's the NFL headline right now. He's a journeyman quarterback. He's been on 5 different NFL teams. How did you feel about the game last night?
Hey, would you say Broncos country? Let's ride.
That's right.
Game winner. Hey, let's ride. Let's ride. Game winner. Cortland Sutton. Back of the end zone on the left side. Dagger. Um, honestly,
You
bro.
called it.
Yeah, I know, bro. And I didn't want to call it, but I felt it, bro. They were Broncos is they're just as hot as the Minnesota Vikings were. After the second half of the Saints game, it felt like the offense was slowly starting to stall out a little bit. So you caught a hot team at the wrong time, unfortunately. Hell of a game. We only lost by a point, so it's not like we got destroyed. It's not like they put 60 on us like somebody put on them. But Josh Dobbs, man, you seen the Houdini, those wild backyard football plays. I remember he had that one touchdown. I believe he broke the tackle, made the play. He had a rushing touchdown too, I believe. Um, he was doing it, bro. What's interesting about Josh Dobbs, man, is we've had Kirk Cousins, a statue type quarterback for so long. It's a little bit of a breath of fresh air to have that extra gear to your offense in regards of a scrambling quarterback when the play's not there, when the reads aren't there. Hell, you're still a threat on offense with those legs, right? But on the flip side, bro, he had one turnover, could have easily been at least two more. A little bit of the throws weren't in sync, were a little bit off. That could be a little bit of that Cinderella story where he's just got in, he's just getting in sync with his players. That can also be a little bit of he is a journeyman quarterback for a reason, right? He hasn't gotten that big boy contract and has, fully taken over a franchise for a reason. I don't want to do this where Josh Dobbs, he's him when we win, and then it's like, oh, this is why we shouldn't have, this is why we need this. Like when he loses, like I said, bro, it's still time will tell with this guy. And you gotta the more ball he plays, the more in sync he is with those those threats on offense, the better he will be. I just still don't think he's the guy. I told you that last week. Unfortunately, I don't want to be right, but unfortunately, it kind of showed itself with this ball game. Alexander Madison.
He needs to clean out his locker, bro. I think his time in Minnesota needs to come to a close.
It's tough, bro, because he runs so hard, man. There was one play he was running like with four defenders on him, and our offensive line pushing him. He runs so hard, but it's like his his recognition in regards of gaps to run through, it just looks a little off to me. And then you have a guy like Ty Chandler that has that extra gear of acceleration and speed. The only thing I think that's keeping him off the field is play recognition in regards to blocking schemes. But it's just a whole. I can see that Dalvin Cook type playmaking ability with Ty Chandler. And I guess your boy Kenny Nwagwu, he's going to play kick returner, punt returner, and then he's going to go grab a seat on the bench and enjoy the game. He has the best. Hey, he has the best seat in the house, right? Like, hey, that's better than that 4K Samsung 80-inch TV. He's got the best seat in the house. Like, why is a guy like him not getting those plays, man? Especially those third down plays, like when we need them. But Ty Chandler, bro, it was what, 3rd and 20 and or 4th and 20 or something like that. And he got us. It looked like a first down, but maybe I was seeing it with my purple eyes. It was a little bit short. But like just to have that type of asset on an offense, he needs the ball more, man. It's not even debatable. I know your boy Kevin O'Connell is a player's coach, and he doesn't want to maybe ruffle any feathers. And Alexander Madison's, that vet, and he's trying to feed him, but it's not there. It's not there. It's not clicking. The fumble issues, I thought we were done with those week 4. Alexander Madison's had a tough year this year. There was a lot expected, from him when we let Dalvin Cook go. We were saving that money, right? and you're the guy, you're the top dog. We need it from you. And it's been a little underwhelming. The defense held up, bro. I'm not gonna, sit here and let you or anybody say this defense didn't hold up when they needed to. Danielle Hunter, record breaking season. That what Jordan Addison do? You need to do the same thing with Danielle Hunter, right? Another sack, and he's just doing his thing, man, and just causing havoc on the defensive line. Harrison Smith, he did what he needed to do. Defense did what they needed to do. Brian Flores, they contained Russell Wilson most of the game. Unfortunately, there's just thing about these great quarterbacks, bro. And it's the thing about being a Vikings fan. You can only contain a great quarterback for so long until they do what? They figure it out. They're picking up on your defense. They're picking up on those blitzes. They're picking up on that scheme. And what do you do second half? He was slowly starting to figure it out. They were getting the running back more involved when we were doing those blitzes. The running back got involved a lot more. And then your boy Cortland Sutton, 6'3", 6'2". I'm gonna throw it up, give my guy a chance against Mekhi Blackman. That's under 6 feet. Ball game. Bye. So, hey, let's ride.
Oh man.
Hey, they should have put some feature on or something, bro. They should have put that superhero on, because second half.
That loss though, man. Complete domination from our defense.
Right.
For them to get, 2 third downs the whole game. And the last one came on that last drive to put us away.
Right.
But I'm just going to be honest, man. That last drive when Sutton scored, we get the ball back. The week prior, Josh Dobbs on the sideline giving fist bumps. He's going to drive us down. We're going to score a touchdown. Right. Sure enough, he did. This past week against Denver, Josh Dobbs kind of looked like Kirk Cousins just chilling over there on the sideline. No energy. I didn't believe he was going to take us down there and score and even give us, 35, 40 yards to put us in field goal range. I just didn't believe it. Gotcha. And sure enough, the Broncos were sending pressure, but it was pretty terrible as far as the performance in that last drive. Even the passes to Hawkinson, I might have told you this offline, but, and they got to put the ball in there. An NFL quarterback with the speed of the corners and the NFL level, you got to put the ball in there before they get there to knock it out. And so I feel like Dobbs wasn't doing that. There was a lot of times where he was overthrowing, underthrowing.
Right.
There should have been multiple interceptions.
Right.
So I think that there's this whole journeyman quarterback, kind of what we've talked about, and we're going to find out. I still think that we could win with Dobbs based on how good our team is.
Right.
The play calling, the camaraderie, getting JJ back. I still think we can win with Dobbs. There's been worse quarterbacks that's taken their team further.
True.
So we're going to see what happens.
I have 2 questions for you, bro. First question, you feel like with Josh Dobbs coming in the end of the first half when Jaren Hall got hurt, that was the first game of film, seeing how this guy connects with the offense he's with now. He's not with Arizona no more. And then another full game of film, right? Do you feel like the Denver Broncos finally had a game and a half or 2 games of film to see his tendencies with this Vikings offense and use that to their benefit to know how they could stop him, which is kind of why he stalled in the second half?
Yeah, I would say definitely. I think Sean Payton, Vance Joseph, they dialed some blitzes up, and once they found out what Josh Dobbs looked like under that blitz, they just kept coming after him. Was it that, or was it just, this is Josh Dobbs? He will make you a play or two, some magic, some shimmy, some Randall Cunningham.
That Michael Vick 2004 Madden ball.
Yeah.
That Madden cover
absolutely.
Ball.
I feel like he's that guy. I feel like he will make you some plays. But that doesn't mean he's a good quarterback because he can make plays. Because everybody in an NFL uniform, at first string, second string, third string, unless you're Sean Minion, you can go out there and make some plays.
Not gonna let you do that to my dog. I'm dead.
But man, that's how I feel about that. What's your other question?
Okay. So it's Monday Night Football. Chicago Bears offense is still looking stagnant. Lord forbid we lose. Your boy Justin Fields goes off, the future Minnesota Vikings, right? He goes off. We lose that game. So you have a conservative play call, what you just said, Denver Broncos knowing, okay, if we put a little bit of fire up under him and we can contain him, he's starting to look like a middle tier quarterback. So you lose the next game. Is it Jaron Hall conversation after the bye, or are we riding this out because we have this Cinderella story and it's already kind of in place, or do you take him out because you still have a chance in the playoffs and you need the best quarterback in there? What do you feel?
Kevin O'Connell already knows how good Josh Dobbs is, what he's not good at, his tendencies to do this or that. I
Right.
think Kevin O'Connell's got it already read out all the way. I feel like he's not unprepared. He's prepared,
Okay.
and he knows what he has with Josh Dobbs, knows what he doesn't have.
Right.
So I think if Josh Dobbs goes in there and we lose to the Bears at home,
Hmm.
I think Jaron Hall after the bye week does come in based on what he already knows he's got in Josh Dobbs. With the Falcons game, if they sack Josh Dobbs in that 4th and 7, that's a L. It's not
Yeah.
really the Cinderella story. If it does happen, I hope it happens sooner than later, because my problem is if we go beat the Bears, get the
Right.
bye week,
Right.
Josh Dobbs, now we got to play the Raiders. We beat the Raiders. Now we go play the Lions, and he literally implodes. Well,
Hmm.
now you got 2 games left, maybe 3 left in the season, and now
Right.
you're going to throw in Jaron Hall to try to squeeze you into the playoffs to get ready for the playoffs. It's going to be a difficult task for a young rookie quarterback. So
True. That's
I'm
true.
hoping I'm hoping that our defense just continues to play lights out, and
Right.
Josh Dobbs doesn't turn the ball over.
Right.
Kevin O'Connell dials up these plays to where if it's not there, throw it away.
Hawkinson, bro. The drops.
Mm.
He's earned his money. I know he's one of the top tight ends right now in the season. I just don't like seeing the drops. Jordan Addison is the best NFL wide receiver that was drafted this year, in my humble opinion. The acceleration, the route running, the hands, bro. How many times have I came in here and did this one catch? It wasn't called a catch, but how the hell did you even put your body in a way to make that look like a catch? He was completely shut out. And the last thing I would say is that hit. I think that hit, which we talked about on the phone earlier today, in regards to the free safety, the quarterback getting the handoff when we're in goal line position, or third. It was like third and short position where you need to run
Third and
that
one.
ball, run that ball with Madison, right? That bull that can put his head down and get that. We run that goofy play, and you get your quarterback hurt. And he got up. He's tough. He got up. He shook it off, but it was a fumble and it was a dirty hit. I seen that they reviewed the hit. They didn't review it when they should have and injected this
Right.
player and throw the flag, but they reviewed it. I think he suspended like a couple games
Four
for it.
games. Four
4
games.
games for that hit. It was, to me, bro, it was one of those Viking games where it's like that luck was like it wasn't on our side. That play should have been a flag. There was a couple of weird plays that the fumbles, the turnovers, the throws. It was Simmons, the free safety's birthday, and he was having a hell of a
Oh,
game. He had his hands on a few. He had a few birthday presents. He almost had a few birthday presents. How he had his hands on a couple of those Josh Dobbs passes. It felt like that weird game, bro, and I had a feeling it was gonna feel like that. Anyway, we lost. We are still a hot team in the NFL. You get some of those things fixed, you still are on that playoff push, like you discussed, whether that's with a fifth round quarterback that just got his feet wet, you know what I'm saying? Just got his
yeah.
feet wet and was, I'm sure, learning how to slide these past few weeks, or if that's with a journeyman quarterback, the pastronaut, who's when it's hot, when it's cool, we're the NFL header, we're the talk of the town. When it's not cool, you can see why he's been kind of that journeyman quarterback. But we're still in the playoff push. So I know you wanted to kind of discuss NFC playoffs, baby.
Yep.
Where
Yep. Yep.
we're
Here we
getting
are.
towards that playoff picture. We're not in the beginning of the season where we're seeing some of these teams line up. So kind of talk to us about the playoff picture and where you see the Minnesota Vikings at in regards to that.
Yeah, man. If the season ends today, we would be the number 7 seed in the playoffs.
Okay.
If it ended today, okay.
Right.
So if we hit that 7 seed, we'll be looking at playing the Detroit Lions
Right.
in Detroit. So um, that potentially could be the case with the way it's played out. If you go look at the teams that could potentially take us out of that 7th spot, I would say just by looking at it, it would be either the Falcons or the Rams, maybe
Mm.
potentially the Bucks. Now, who would you rather play if we locked in that 7 seed? So, who would you rather play? Would you rather play in Philly or would you rather play in Detroit?
See, the thing is, it's like it's love the one you're with. Detroit, I think Campbell's going to win Coach of the Year. Kevin O'Connell has a strong consideration with his
Mhm.
fourth string quarterback and making a
Right.
playoff push. Dan Campbell has these guys believing. He has these guys. It's not the old Detroit Lions, bro. And we knew that off the gate, first week, Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to buckle up. We're going to play football, and I don't think anybody had them winning that game. We played the Eagles before to say that it was a tough game. We lost, but we beat ourselves in regards of turnovers and just that inconsistency play. But we also had number 8, then who had a good statistically football game that game. Actually, he threw the ball around. He threw the ball around. He did what he needed to do. We just lost because of turnovers. I don't know, bro. I got to see us face the Lions. I know we face them 2 more times before the season's up. I got to see how they look against us. I know how, obviously the Eagles look against us. So I don't know, bro. To be completely honest with you, all these teams kind of scare me other than the New Orleans Saints and possibly the Seattle Seahawks. The, it's looking spooky for me. It's looking real spooky for me, bro. But when it's playoff time, anything can happen. Minneapolis Miracle is a prime example of that. How do you feel about how we line up with the playoff team so far, bro?
Yeah, I'd rather play the Lions, man. That if we can hit that 7 spot, I want to play the Lions based on just Jared Goff, based on straight quarterback play. Like the Eagles are a powerhouse, and they're
Right,
always got our number. They always have our number.
right.
That's one team I don't want to see in the playoffs. I would definitely rather play the Detroit Lions with your boy Jared Goff
Okay,
throwing that Brian Flores defense a couple picks.
okay, okay. I got you. I got you. I mean, no matter what, bro, I'm excited that we're even in that playoff picture. Coming from when we were talking about, hey, does Caleb Williams look sexy in that Vikings uniform? Does Drake May? Because we were, losing these games that we should have won. Positive
Yep.
thing, you got the Chicago Bears. They find ways to lose. They literally just lost the game. I thought they won. I thought they beat the Lions. I'm like, cool. We before our game, I'm like, we can still contend for that first NFC North spot, and then they lost the game. You have the Bears coming up, bro. Take care of business. Figure out this quarterback situation. Figure out this running situation, and hopefully, number 18 is ready to strap up and ready to go after the bye week following that game. We still, it's not the end of the world. We knew we weren't going to go undefeated with Josh Dobbs, but that doesn't mean that he's not a good quarterback and the future is not still bright. We still got a good offensive coordinator / head coach. Let's see what it looks like, bro. So I think we're going to end it here. Hey, in Broncos country, let's ride.